Hello, subscribers, returning viewers, and new subscribers. Welcome. Today is Friday. I hope everything is good and that you're doing good things at the weekend. And today it is, as said, it is Friday. On Friday, we celebrate both the music and movies of Elvis and the Beatles. Well, in the next three um, 3 or 4 weekly episodes, we're going to celebrate the movies and the music. And we start off at the start. An interesting thing I noticed is that both Elvis and the Beatles, they had their first and second albums, and then straight after the second album went into the movies. And that's just an interesting tie-in, an interesting synchronicity, so to speak. I watched these during the week, and I really enjoyed them. This one, of course, is the older one. We just switch them around. And 1958 and 1964, I think, about 5 or 6 years apart. They're both in black and white, so don't let the slipcover of this fool you. And yeah, this opens up like this. There we go, the King and Walter Matthau. So what more do you want? And the Beatles. And they're both good movies. They're both 10 out of 10. This is easily Elvis's best movie. And it's in 4K. This is in 4K, or it's that kind of weird combination where it's a Blu-ray but it's a 4K. I don't necessarily understand why that is, but that that is so. And I got these during lockdown, and I really got into the Beatles during lockdown as well, and totally enjoyed the black and white movies. They both suited the movie and the storytelling in both of them. And this is kind of James Dean with a guitar. That's what I will say with this one. And this is kind of a day in the life of the Beatles going from one gig to another gig, or going from say from a gig to theatre to do the gig, that kind of thing, and what happens in between. And who I kind of thought was the star of it was Ringo. And he kind of came up with the title, so he got the best line. And I kind of, what I would like to see on both of these is if they could come up with a way that you could just play all the songs separate from the movie. Because in King Creole, Elvis is in the nightclub King Creole, and the 4K is just absolutely amazing. It really, really shines out. And you know, if you're watching black and white movies in 2024, these are kind of two good places to gently get you into the black and white zone. Of course, you can go all in and go for Casablanca, and the same guy who made Casablanca also produced King Creole. And they're two very, very different movies. And that's kind of, as I said, James Dean with a guitar, and this is kind of an anti-Hollywood movie. And while Elvis was the highest paid movie actor in Hollywood, they didn't really do him any favors with the movies that he was allowed to star in, which was a shame, because this movie shows that he could very much act, and he could have curated his movies a bit better, and he wanted to, but he was tied into contracts that the Colonel got him. So I'll give all these two movies a good 10 out of 10 for what they are. And I kind of, when I was growing up, we used to go out to my granny's a lot, and they had in the town in early 1970s Ireland, we only had one TV station, and if you lived out in the country, then people in town had a pipe, and pipe was kind of an illegal way of getting the British stations, BBC One and BBC Two, and maybe HTV. So my granny had the pipe, and we would go out and we would watch Elvis movies and listen to country music records. And that was 1970s, my experience of 1970s Ireland. And so I was more aware of Elvis movies rather than Beatles movies. And I kind of gradually became aware of Yellow Submarine, but didn't connect that it was the Beatles that was doing it until many, many years later. But, that's, sometimes that's the way the penny drops. I remember seeing Yellow Submarine around Christmas time, but not any of the other movies for some reason, and there would never be Beatles concerts on or anything like that. Just the Yellow Submarine. So I just thought it was a cartoon. They were a cartoon, and that's why I kind of didn't really take them too seriously. So, but now I do. So lockdown kind of just addressed that. So these are again they're Blu-ray with 4K restoration. That's the word. What's it? And yeah, I just highly recommend them. I'm running out of things to say, so there's the CDs of the soundtrack. They're not really about the soundtracks today. This is interesting. What I find interesting about this CD is the LP version of this, you don't have the pictures on the back, and yet on the CD you do. And then we have wonderful stereo version of the 2009 Digipack, and I highly recommend. And again, this is the first time they wrote all their own songs on a Beatles album. So, Steve, if you've stuck out to the end of this video, I thank you very much. I will talk to you again in the next video, and you've been an absolutely fantastic audience. Bye for now.